This one does seem to raise an effort quite a bit, doesn't it? And I think what bothers a lot of people is the personal attacks. I would watch a debate. I watched the next one. Okay, much better. But what I hear people say is they don't talk about issues. They attack one another on some things that everybody is tired of. All right? Do we really talk about substantial revival of the economy? Do we really talk about substance of the economy? Do we really talk about some of the burning issues like the culture of life and immigrants? How could you look at this? If you can look at this, one of the things that I think is to answer your question on our kitchen tables, what do parents tell their kids? I'd like to think they tell their kids, you can disagree heavily on the issue. Never attack a person. Never question motives. I'd like to think maybe it's a reason they're having
There's so much at stake, and so they're pulling out all the stuff. Let's fast forward a month or two, and of course it would be after the election, if we're talking about country. And we're around the kitchen table with your family, invariably, what I'm going to vote for somebody I didn't vote for. Because after a couple of cycles,
that's a tribute to the vitality of American democracy, no? That how many countries in the world can actually sit around the table?
So you're okay with that?
Contribution. I don't mind good, hearty, hot debate and controversy, as long as it doesn't, as long as it's not reduced to attack some people.
7% of Americans say they've lost a friendship because of this political process.
Isn't that so? We should lose friendships over important things, like the baseball teams and all that.
Exactly, yeah.
Not about politics.
Right, should be Red Sox Yankees.
Yeah, there you go. You know, nothing is worth losing a friend over. Nothing is worth damaging charity and civility. That's what we have to think about.
So the bottom line is we can disagree, but we still need to love each other.
There you got it, don't you think?
Well, that's what I almost said, Baxter. Cardinal, here's the other thing, is we're talking about race relations nonstop, maybe for the first time in my lifetime. We didn't talk about much in the 80s and the 90s, turn of the century, we're talking about different issues. Now race is everywhere, from law enforcement to a society. People sitting down can't decide whether America's the right country or not. We had our New York City Council, half of them sit down and not take the Pledge of Allegiance. Where do you go with that?
Well, for one thing, once again, I'm with you. I had thought, those of us who lived through the 60s thought maybe that's when it all came to a peak, and maybe that's behind us, especially with the election of an African-American president. Now it's front and center again. What are we going to do? Are we going to get depressed and discouraged? Or are we going to say, hey, thank God we've got a robust civic society where we can talk about painful issues and where things that need to be discussed and debated courteously in the public square, we can do that. I'm with you, though. When that gets mean, when that gets violent, and when that begins to take on, what would you say, attacks on things we cherish, like the national anthem or like our
Does it
patriotic.
bother you?
It does.
So when you take it away from the national anthem, it bothers you.
Look, I'm in a sacred enterprise where ritual and symbols are very important. They remind us of the divine, and so do our patriotic rituals. And I worry that if we begin to question those and chip away at them, well, then the common ground that we got that allows for civility and compassionate public discourse, that's going to erode even further. We don't
So
need
if
that.
Colin Kaepernick were here on the couch with us today, what would you say to him?
I'd say, nice to meet you. I would share your passion for this. Can we talk about this? Can I pray with you about it? Or could I encourage you, maybe, for something that is so sacred to this country? We need your witness more than ever. to unite us and bring us together, not to further divide us.
One of the October rituals here in New York City is the annual Al Smith dinner.
I'm practicing sitting between two.
That's right. Coming up on October the 20th, you will have on one side Hillary Clinton and on the other side Donald Trump. I remember 4 years ago, Mitt Romney and Barack Obama were both hilarious.
They were, yeah, they were. And that, of course, is the purpose of the evening. You know the tradition of the Al Smith dinner. You know who Al Smith is, right? He was the first Catholic to run for president in 1928. Trout after Hoover. Historians would say probably because of the anti-Catholic bigotry. A tremendously successful governor of New York State, and they called him the happy lawyer. And he gave us, even in defeat, he gave us a great example of what we were just talking about. A sense of humor, a joy, trying to bring people together, trying to find the common ground. So one of my predecessors, Francis Carter Spellman, said after Governor Smith died, why don't we start an annual dinner where we bring politicians together in a real climate of amity? And every 4 years, that is hyped up when the two candidates come together. Except for the debates. It's the only time in the political season that the two candidates come together. At the Al Smith dinner.
Al
Smith III would be the host, and he's the chairman of the Al Smith board. The Al Smith Foundation, which is a tremendous supporter of Catholic charities, and especially women and children following Governor Smith. Well, it's a great, you know the